Hey y'all. Apparently, I recently found out that March was endometriosis month. Today, um, is Sunday. I'm chilling because yesterday I actually spent a lot of time in urgent care because I've been bleeding for 15 days. I have endometriosis and fibroids, PMDD, and MDD. So it's a bit rough. So, for the first time in 35 years, I've been bleeding for a little over 2 weeks. So, I went to the doctor. I went to urgent care because I finally had some time. I said, okay, let me go ahead and get checked out. Did the whole blood work, obviously vitals, and ultrasound, and it's just a good old fibroid, just working the nerve. I ended up I was taking my birth control, my period, like it showed up super late, and then I was taking my birth control, and then after 11 pills, it did not stop. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I've never experienced this before, because my period usually ends like by the fourth pill or whatever, and by the fourth pill that'd be like the fifth or sixth day. So that was really annoying. And then on top of it, I had to take my son to the vet. So it was a very expensive and and time consuming and a day filled with a lot of responsibility. So I ended up taking him to the vet first. Then I dropped him off. Then I took myself to urgent care. Then urgent care took forever. So then I was like, okay, let me go pick him up. I went to go pick him up. I dropped him off at home. Realized I hadn't eaten all day. So luckily I had went to the grocery store earlier that day, because once I dropped him off, then I came home and tried to decompress because I was evidently in shock. Because this is now his second time straining himself, but for some reason this time it seemed like it was worse than before. So I went ahead and, of course, you know, did what I had to do, pay what I had to pay, and, did my thing. So we're back home. I apparently had a UTI, didn't know I had one, whatever. And after that, he has three medications, and we're just gonna get through life. But I, like most, people, are still doing the research on, what they can do for endometriosis and what they can't do. And, would it be beneficial, seeing how I also have fibroids. But it's really something that I've been dealing with since I started my cycle when I was 11 years old, 11 or 12. So I've been going through this for a long time. So up until the time that I started taking birth control, I would pretty much just miss work or miss school no more than 2 to 3 days out of the month. Now that I'm on birth control consistently, minus the situation, um, I'm usually only missing one day out of the month, and that's a maybe. It really just depends on my diet, what I do, how much exercise I get, and, am I taking my birth control on time? I do have the combination pills, so I don't have to be on time, on time, on time, like if I was just taking progesterone, but it's still a responsibility. So, yeah, I just wanted to put my little tidbit in about that because it seems to be a topic that's, recently widely discussed for obvious reasons. And it's nice. It's nice that people are finally recognizing what's going on. A lot of women have been going through this for a long time. Like I said, I've been going through this since I was 12 years old. When I'm not on birth control, I am vomiting, I am sweating, I am pissing all over the place. It's a hot mess. I pretty much need to be sedated. I'm not able to be sedated. I have not sought out sedatives or whatever, sedatives or whatever. But it's not something you want anyone to really go through. And it's just kind of, it's a part of life for those whose lives it's a part of. And I happen to be one of those people. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. Happy Sunday.